Greetings, Internet. I am Darkseid. I am also Darkseid. I mispronounced my name on purpose. That's right, I mispronounced it on purpose. I am Darkseid, and I shall be invading your world very soon. But first, you can ask me any questions you like. Any questions at all. Just name them, and I'll answer them. Yeah, any small questions, any big questions, you can ask me, and I will answer them. Just type something into the live chat and talk to Darkseid. You can't talk to Darkseid, he's not around. You can't talk to Granny Goodness, she's busy. Can't talk to Calback or anybody else. They're all someplace else. Just me, Darkseid. And I know that there are some of you watching now who probably have a thing or two to say to Darkseid. What would you like to say, Watcher? Anything? Well, that's all right, I can talk, because I shall invade your world soon, and then you will ask me questions because you will be forced to. That's right, forced to ask me questions. Me, Darkseid, ruler of Apokalips. I am from the fourth world, which is not like the third world. The fourth world is not like a slummy country or something. The fourth world is a whole other dimension that I'm from. That's right, I'm from the God dimension, which we call the fourth world. I don't really have a good explanation for that, but we do. And we're all gods there. So I've got lots and lots of power, and if you don't believe me, watch this. Pew, 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 pew. That's right. See, I can shoot laser beams from my eyes. Pew, 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 pew. Let's see. Jason Hall asks, Hi, Darkseid, do you do your own motion capture work for Injustice 2? Actually, I hired someone to do that for me. Darkseid's back is, acting up on him lately and can't do the stunts that he used to be able to do back in the day. Not saying that I can't still fight Superman, but thank you, Sean Henry, who says my laser eyes are pretty neat. I worked hard at developing them. It took a lot of special exercises and took several months of hard training to get my eyes to do that. I'm not really using them for much lately, mostly just to annoy people, but it's still pretty fun. Yeah, so, no, I didn't do anything for Injustice 2. That was a whole other guy. He's under contract with Warner Brothers, I believe. And, they send me a check every month, which does help to pay for God things, the things that gods buy at the store. You understand that we gods have special needs that we buy at the store, and we don't need to eat or, anything like that because we're immortal, but we can do, we can do with a few knickknacks here and there. And, I personally am a big fan of commemorative spoons. They, not the little commemorative spoons, not the great big ones that you see sometimes hanging on a wall. I like, when I go to a new planet, I buy a little spoon and I put it on my spoon rack and it sits there nice and shiny. Darkseid's, oh, why do I keep mispronouncing my own name? What's wrong with me today? Darkseid's spoon rack. And, anyway, yes, we do buy things with the money that we get for things like stunt work, or other people doing stunt work for us, just using our image. In this case, I believe his name's Dave. He lives in Calabasas, California, and makes a living as a stuntman there. He's done a lot of games, the Mortal Kombat and what have you. Yeah. When I invade, I'm gonna leave him alive because you never know when you're gonna need stunt work done. So, yeah, he's gonna stay alive post-invasion for sure. Now, some of you, Sean Henry, Jason Hall, I can't promise that you two would be alive, but Jason, yeah, he's my man. Yeah, but I'm sure a few of you will live 2 or 3, maybe 20. You know, I need some slaves, first of all, so maybe at least a couple of you watching will be left alive to serve me. Not that I need to be served many things. I am a god, after all. I can just do it myself. I do say, fair enough, says Sean Henry. You gotta do what you gotta do, and that's true. I do gotta do what I gotta do, which mostly is sitting around these days. But it's not too bad because a millennium is like a second for me. So I can sit in this chair for hours, which is, you know, billions of years for you, but just minutes from hours from. I lost my train of thought. Sometimes I'm a little rusty these days. I haven't used the old ticker that much lately. Mostly just been sitting in this chair. But it is a nice, very comfy throne, you know. It's crafted out of memory stone, which you can get on Omicron Theta 7. It's kind of like the memory foam that you have, but it's rock. It's solid rock, but it does learn the shape of your butt, which is great for me because my butt and my back, you know, when you sit as much as I do, you want something really comfortable, is what I'm saying. Stephen Clappinson says I should take more walks. Well, Stephen, I will be walking soon all over your world as I stomp my feet on your buildings. That's right, I'll be giant at the time because I'm a god and I can do that. And anyway, I'll stomp on your buildings and then I'll be walking. But this chair is really comfy right now, and I'm just gonna stay here until that time. Actually, I don't really have to get out of the chair even then, because this chair flies. It's pretty cool. I can stay in this chair, conquer your planet, conquer a few other planets, go fight Superman, go fight Batman, beat both of them up, throw Wonder Woman in a cell before I marry her, because I am going to marry Wonder Woman. You mark my words, I will marry that girl. She is something else. She is just something else. But anyway, I could do all that from this chair right here and not even move a muscle, actually. I could just sit still like this and do all of that with my mind powers. Naydog asks if that outfit gives me a wedgie. No, it does not, and I'll tell you why. Unstable molecules. On your Earth, they were invented by a man named Reed Richards in an entirely other continuity. But in my continuity, unstable molecules work for me because I'm a god, and I can take technology from Marvel Comics if I wish, because I'm a god. And so my suit is made of comfy, unstable molecules. Sean Henry said, did you get to see the recent Wonder Woman movie over there on the fourth planet? We don't have movies over here, and actually this is called Apokalips. We don't have movies except for when we show the movies of our torturers, of our victims that we've tortured, to other torturers to teach them how to torture. You'd think it was innate. You'd think that it was something that you would be able to pick up instantly torturing. But you know, there's a lot more to it than just poking people with various sharp implements. There's an art to it. So that is what the movie that I spend a lot of time working on those movies and watching them myself. But no, I didn't know Wonder Woman had a movie. Does she get naked in it? Because I'd watch that. Do you brush your teeth twice a day and floss once a day? Said Naydog. No, why would you brush your teeth? They'd look all shiny and new and straight, and they wouldn't have chips and cracks and holes in them. That's how teeth should be. That's the way to have teeth. You want me to look like those people, crazy people on the other planet there, with all their perfect teeth and their perfect hair? No. That's ridiculous. Tackun says, all hail our purple overlord, and hail to you too. It's royal purple, you know. It's the wonderful color for invading planets, especially, you blend in with the night, and then during the day you really stand out. And, you know, when you shoot your laser eyes, it really complements them. That's right, new people, I got laser eyes. Pew, 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 pew. Well, Nate Dogg, I do look blue and gray, that's true, but I also look purple to some people who have superior eyes to you. Maybe Takken just understands that purple is my inner color. It's my the color that I feel most strongly about, and it's a I could talk about purple all day, quite frankly, but we're here to talk about other things besides purple because honestly, it gets a little crazy. It gets a little weird. I've done things with purple that I'm not proud of. Stephen Clapperson asks if there is a Burger King on Apokalips. Yes, all food on Apokalips is fast food. The worst kind of food. It is disgusting. And goodbye, Nadog. We'll see you later. Stay cool, homie. And anyway, yes, Burger King. There are many Burger Kings, and they are all staffed by incompetent employees who we then take our prisoners to when they feel hungry, and they get the wrong order, and then it's not even very good. Admittedly, it's not the sort of torture that you get normally here, but sometimes it takes special effort for certain cultures value food, and you can take them to a terrible restaurant and they'll tell you everything you need to know. Can you get a transport ship here? No, you need a boom tube, and I'm all out of mother boxes to get you here, so I can't get you here myself, but I will be seeing you very shortly when I invade your planet and destroy it. And Sean Henry asks if I've ever had a run-in with Lieutenant Bobby Stronzo of Starfleet. Now, I strongly advise you to get some psychological help because, after all, Star Trek is a fictional program. So why would I, Darkseid, ruler of Apokalips, have any sort of meetings with the I suppose with my omnipotent powers I could create a Starship Enterprise, and then I could go on there and have lots of fun adventures with Captain Kirk. That would actually be pretty cool. I think I'd like that. Maybe after I invade and destroy the Earth, I can do a Star Trek thing. That'd be pretty fun. I wonder if Calabac would do that with me. Stephen Glabinson asks what part of Earth I will invade first. That is a very good question, Stephen. The first part of Earth that I will invade is Albuquerque, New Mexico. I enjoy the dry heat. It reminds me of home. But I will be invading other places as well, such as Trenton, New Jersey, and some with city in France that I'm sure has a weird Frenchy name, and Australia certainly will be. I haven't done that much research on your planet, to be honest. Most of the time I go there, I spend beating up superheroes and then getting beaten up myself and running away. But I assume that there will be many great cities that I will Stackland Tekken asked if I have to destroy the entire Earth, can I leave Hawaii and make you Regent Commander? No, I can't do that. I have to destroy all life. That's my entire goal as Darkseid. I mean, do you understand the whole point here? It's destroying everything. I can't leave you Commander of Hawaii and then destroy the rest of the universe. That just wouldn't look very good. And besides, I wouldn't. After I get my commemorative spoon, I really have to destroy the place I've been. It just isn't the same. And I've got to get a Hawaii commemorative spoon. I hear they have great commemorative spoons there. So, anyway, at some point in the near future, now remember, near future to me means very different things to what do you do with the children? Which, my children, well, one of them is on another planet now, for some reason thinking he's a good guy, which is pretty awful. Calabac is just an idiot, so I'll just leave him alone. And my other children, I can't keep them in deep, dark pits where they can't bother me. I'm really tired of children anyway. So I hope that answers your question, Auntie Schwager. Unless you're talking about some other children, such as, I don't know, there's, there's not many kids around here, which is weird because we have a Granny Goodness who would be real good with kids, I bet. Stephen Clappenson asks if I can recommend a good dry cleaners. I cannot, because I clean my clothes the old-fashioned way, with I-beams. Just stare at them for a while and like this, and they're all clean. Maybe sometimes you have to do that a little bit. Ooh. But yeah, then they get clean. So no, I save money on dry cleaners. I would recommend developing I-beams. You could do so much with I-beams. I agree, Stephen, that is cool. And it's really cool that you can do all kinds of things with I-beams that I can't show you because the camera's stuck over there and I'm stuck in this chair. But believe me, if you had looked over there, you would have seen the coolest stuff up here from my I-beams. Do your sweater shrink from I-beam cleaning? No, again, unstable molecules mean that my clothes always... Actually, I don't really need to clean them. I just need to get the stank out of them because, they stay clean. But the I-beams, after a full day of conquering, you get a little ripe, is what I'm saying. So you gotta clean out especially the crotch area. Do I wear contacts? I do not need contacts. My eyes are perfect. So what a strange question to ask a god. Do you need contacts? Does your god need corrective vision? I don't think so. Does he come down to earth and say, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall..." I can't read the rest of this thing I wrote down because I forgot my reading glasses. No, he doesn't do that. He's perfect too. That's the way gods are. So, no, I don't wear contacts or glasses. I always thought I looked pretty good in a pair of glasses, though, but no, I don't need them. A monocle would suit me, that's true, Stephen. I thought about a monocle before, but it just seemed kind of pretentious and I want to be... I want to make sure that I leave a good impression at the planets that I conquer and destroy. I don't want them going to their deaths thinking, "Who's that pretentious ass wearing a monocle?" You know what I'm saying? I didn't buy my throne Tucker and Tucker, and I created it myself. I hewed it out of stone, and then I took it to a planet which has memory stone cushions on it, and I put the memory stone cushions on the chair, and then have I ever hung out with Thanos? We hang out every so often because we can't figure out which one of us ripped off the other. We both are basically the same guy. But he's at Marvel and I'm at DC. So, he's got the whole Infinity Gauntlet thing going on, which is a lot like me and the anti-life equation and the mother boxes. It's kind of the same thing. Basically, the big difference between us is that he wouldn't mind if a few creatures were left alive to serve him, whereas I would like to kill everything and then myself. It's not a matter... My throne is not from IKEA. How dare you say that to me? I will crush you, calling my throne an IKEA throne. No, I carved it myself with my own I-beams. It took me a good 25 minutes at least. Yes, I worked hard on it. So, how are you people? You good? You happy? Having a good time? That's good. You need to have a good time now, because you'll be dead later. No, I would not let you be Regent Commander of Hawaii, because there would be no Hawaii, and there would be no you. You will be dead. Most of you will be dead. I will, as I said before, leave a few of you alive, temporarily, to serve me in certain capacities, such as human shields. Have I ever vacationed on New Genesis? Yes, I've been to New Genesis many times, Stephen. I do not like it at all. First of all, it's very green, and my allergies, my hay fever especially, really acts up when I'm over in New Genesis. And there's this guy there, this guy named Orion. We won't go into stuff, but basically me and him do not get along. And when you go to New Genesis, you gotta go over to Orion's. That's kind of the tradition. So I avoid going over there as much as I can. Now, sometimes I got to because my son's over there, and sometimes I gotta go see him. Now, they put one of their kids over here with me, and Benadryl doesn't work on a god, Stephen. Now, anti-Sawgrass at my toilet is porcelain or just a pit. I don't know how to tell you this. Gods don't poop. It's pretty much that simple. So there's no toilet facilities here. Usually we prefer it when people just evacuate their bowels, when we torture them and scare them, and the smell isn't very nice, but we have people to clean that up. Tacken says that Thanos will let him be Regent Commander. Well, that's good for Thanos. He can let you be Regent Commander of nothing when you're dead. That's just fine. He is going to be dead too. The anti-life equation doesn't care if you're in another franchise or owned by another company. I don't care if it's Disney or Warner Brothers or some Image Comics. I don't know who owns them. Probably Sony or something. I don't care if it's any of those. You'll all be dead. That's the beauty of anti-life. I mean, here's the thing though. Here's the interesting thing. You may not know that it's not called the anti-life equation because it will kill you, because it will kill you, but it is called the anti-life equation because it makes you my slave, and because of that, it's like you're basically dead because you have no willpower of your own, and that's why some idiot called it the anti-life equation, but then it turns out it also kills everybody. So, weird little inside baseball thing for you. Would I like a latte, Stephen? No, I would not. I would find the person who invented the word latte, and I would cut them from top to bottom and pull out their entrails and use it to stir some coffee, because I think that word is terrible. I think anything really Italian is just pretty awful, and that's not racism. That's not racism, because Italian is not a race. You can't get me there, but I do not care for Italy. For one thing, it's shaped like a boot. I don't know if you knew that. It is shaped like a boot, and that is weird. You have to admit, it's weird to have a country shaped like a boot. An anti-life equation is like a marriage without the death. Yeah, basically. Noddletron asks what you think about the reveal of your daughter in the New 52. I have so many kids at this point that I don't even care if they reveal another daughter. Because you know what? Somewhere down the line, they're going to reveal some other daughter that I've never mentioned before, conveniently, because I conveniently don't mention things, and you'll find out some really amazing reveal about that, which I'm not going to tell you now because it's a trade secret, and you don't want to. I'll tell you one thing: you might be an evil god determined to destroy the universe, but you do not want to mess with Warner Brothers lawyers. Let's see. Darkseid Sean Henry says that Darkseid has some great producers working for him. Well, yes, they are great. I'm going to kill them when this is over, but I do appreciate their work. I think I would be awesome at karaoke too, Stephen. Thank you. Noddletron asks, what do you think about Thanos being more popular than you because of the success of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? It bothered me for a while. I admit, it did bother me. Really, all I get is cartoons, and I had that one appearance in Smallville, which, you barely saw my face. It pretty much sucked. But on the other hand, Marvel's pretty lame. You just have to admit that. Marvel's pretty lame. So, they can make the movies and they can make them look... I admit our DC movies really suck. But at the end of the day, they're lame. We're not. And so I don't care if he's more popular than me, because I am more popular than him to my friends that I don't have. What do I think of Stan Lee? Asks Ed T. Schwager. Never met the man, but I'm sure that his screams of torment would greatly... It would make my day. Yes, it would make me very happy, is what I'm saying. I'd like to kill him, and torture him first. Now, Stephen Cleppenson said, would you and the kids ever have your own reality show? We were approached after the Osbournes got canceled for a reality show. And it was a tough negotiation, but at the end, I wanted points off the back end, and they didn't want to give them to me, so I just said no. And also, Calabac said he wouldn't appear, and we didn't really want to have to hire a new Calabac just for the show. It would be like that Brady Bunch show, not the normal one, but the weird variety hour one, where they replace one of the Bradys with another girl, and that was just weird. What do you post on your Instagram? What is Instagram? I've never heard of it. I post things, by taking a large fence post and sticking them through a person that I wish to kill. And then I take a picture of them, and I put them picture on my wall, and I pretend that friends are looking at them, which they aren't because I'm Darkseid and I don't have any friends. Beer or bud? Oh, well, there is a kind of beer I've heard that you have called bud, but I don't think that's what you mean for some reason. Either way, gods do not need to resort to chemicals to enhance our brains, because our brains are already enhanced, and I've been told since the 80s to just say no, so I have just said no, and I like saying no. Jason Hall asks, any big plans on Apokalips to celebrate Jack Kirby's 100th birthday later this month? Yes, we are going to dig up the body of Jack Kirby on Earth and bring him here and stick him on a sort of, I don't know what you'd call it, an armature, I guess, a puppet armature that has robotically controlled. So it'll basically be. Have you ever seen? There's a movie called Weekend at Bernie's, which I did see on a trip to Earth years and years ago. Hilarious movie. Have you ever seen that? Anyway, that is what we will be doing to Jack Kirby, except that he will be able to feel the pain. Which will be quite different, I believe, from the Weekend at Bernie's film. And if I may add, it would be quite. It was a loss to the film that Bernie felt no pain. Bernie should have felt a lot of pain. Maybe screamed the entire time, still with the dead eyes, of course, the dead eyes, maybe even milk clouded over, but with one just constant scream for 90 minutes, never ending, he doesn't need to take a breath because he's dead, you see. That's the whole idea. If I had made the film, that's what I would. How do you make a really good scrambled egg? I would assume you take a chicken and kill it and squeeze all the eggs out with your fist, and then you take your fist and you pound it on the egg a whole lot, and then you use your eye beams to cook it, and then you have a scrambled egg. Is that how you would do it, or? Yes, Takun's right. Eye beams are the solution to everything. Nuttletron asks, would you consider selling your boom tube technology to Earth and destroy the transportation and travel industry? Well, I'm going to destroy the entire planet, so I'm not sure that your plan of selling the technology to just destroy one industry really works for me. I mean, if it would, by destroying the industry, you mean explode it so that the entire planet explodes with it and everyone dies, I would be all for that. But I don't think that is what would happen selling the boom tube technology. I just think certain people would get very rich and the rest of you wouldn't, because that's how a weird way it works on your planet. And on my planet, only one person has all the wealth, which is me, and no one else has any, and they all do what I say, and so will you for a brief time before you die. What was your question again? Yes, would you consider I may be a perfect, flawless god, but sometimes I just trip over my own words. Is there a planet you can't attack? Yes, Taken. There is a planet I can't attack, and that planet is this one, Apokalips. I cannot attack it because I've already dominated it, and it will be my last refuge as the universe crumbles before I destroy it as well, and then destroy my own body so that my consciousness is all that remains of this universe, and then on to other universes. I hear some crisis got rid of a lot of them, but we'll be bringing those back and destroying them too. Stephen Clapinson asks if I am tempted to wear a cape like Superman. I have tried wearing a cape before, and it does suit me very well. However, the problem is that people like to grab it. They grab it when you're walking down the hall and pull on you, and you fall backwards, and they say, ha ha, Darkseid, ha ha, you fell for that again, ha 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 ha. And I say, Darkseid, if you do that one more time, I will throw you into the pit of infinite darkness. But he kept on doing it, and I threw him in the pit, and then he just crawled out again. So I just can't wear a cape is what I'm saying. It's just, it just doesn't, it just It doesn't work for me. I look good, but it doesn't work for me. Now, Superman can pull off a cape, and I don't know how he does it, because it's always right there for somebody to grab, but for some reason, we just never think of grabbing it. It's weird, you know, if I would have thought of it the many times I fought him, I would have just grabbed him by the cape and cape. I would have grabbed him by the cape and started choking him, but I didn't think of that. Let's see. Anti-Schwager asks if there is porn on Apokalips. Yes, there is a great amount of porn. Every time I pull out some entrails, I am greatly aroused. Or when I scoop out an eyeball. Oh, that really does it for me, yes. And you just don't even want to know what I do to the eye socket, because it's, let me tell you, it's not something that would be broadcastable on your planet, is what I'm saying. It involves my monster penis, which is gigantic when I want it to be, and tiny when I need it to be as well, because sometimes you torture people because they want you to have sex with them with a giant penis, and it turns out to be small, and then they're very disappointed, and that's a form of torture. Certainly not the it's creative form of torture, but a form of torture. No, let's see. Nodeltron asks, what do you think of Lex Luthor stealing a mother box and selling it to Amazon? They cannibalized the technology and renamed it to Alexa, and now it's in the homes of millions of Americans. I think that is an excellent plan. I can use that mother box to enslave you all and command you to swim across your ocean to Europe, and then you can kill all the Europeans. Then the ones that are left, you use the mother box to turn them into slaves as well, and move eastward into Asia, kill all the... You see where it's going. Basically, you kill everybody using these to control them. You have them do it all to each other, and then you have the buildings left. You don't have them destroyed because you might want to use them for something. They could come in useful. You never know. Sometimes I need a skyscraper, and just to throw at somebody, or to put a whole bunch of slaves in, or just because I need some extra office space. Sometimes I need a skyscraper. Now I will, when this is done, I'll have a whole planet full of them if I don't destroy them. I haven't decided about destroying it yet, really, to be honest. I might destroy the planet. But either way, you're all going to die, except the few I keep as slaves. And, yeah. I think that's, the Alexa thing is very useful for that. Very useful. I don't know Lex very well. He and I, have, teamed up on occasion, but to be honest, he's kind of a jerk. He goes on about his hair a lot. It's weird. He has this weird hair obsession. He says that Superman made him bald, and that's why that fuels his badness. And I just don't get it. Why would going bald make you evil? I know that Patrick Stewart isn't evil. He seems like a nice guy. That's why I'll kill him. Now Tekken wants me to promise not to destroy you before Game of Thrones ends. If I have my way, you will be destroyed 5 minutes before the end of the finale, just to make it extra horrible. Maybe I'll just spoil the whole thing for you personally, before I kill you. The lady with the dragons does things to with the king, and I've never watched the show. I just heard about it. But there'll be boobs. That'll be that. I'm there. That's spoiled for you. There's going to be boobs in that show that you're going to have to watch, and penises too. Stephen Clapton wants me to give his car a push. I suppose. Here you go. Pew, 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 pew. You gotta say pew, 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 pew sometimes. Yeah, just adds to the effect. There, did that get your car out? I hope so. I don't have a car myself. I just have this throne which flies around. And I don't really understand why you people don't have flying thrones yourself. Cars seem much less useful than a flying throne. So I would suggest... A car just blew up. Well, did I miss, or did it blow up for some other reason? Because if I miss, that's a bigger deal. I don't really have any car insurance or anything. Oh, you're welcome, Stephen. I'm glad to have helped you. Good. I did push his car out. Now his car may be missing some pieces since I did that, but you can't have everything. I can't exactly give him a push from Apokalips. All I can do is shoot beams from my eyes to push it. So, where were we? Destruction of the Earth, yes. So my goal, my plan here is for you all to save me the effort of killing you. And if I do this right, this is going to be a trial for me because I haven't done it before, but if I do this right, I will be able to sit in this chair the entire time and watch it happen, and I won't even have to move a muscle. I could just sit there, maybe I'll hum or something. Something like that. And that'll be it. And I'll just watch all of you die. Oh, I know what I could laugh. I could go, ha 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 ha. I'm not a big laugher, but maybe I could sum up some kind of evil laugh or something. I could encourage you to eat unhealthily. That's true. I do encourage you to eat unhealthily. You can eat whatever you want, anything you desire, because I'll be killing you soon anyway, so it doesn't matter if you pack on the pounds. Get very fat. Get obscenely, disgustingly fat, and then you won't be able to run away anyway, so you'll be happy. Fat people are jolly, or so I'm told. Dr. Tucken says that I believe you may have a follower in North Korea that's working on it. Now that guy, we were talking about hair obsession before. That guy has a hair obsession, like Lex is. Both of them, I mean, he's got hair and Lex doesn't have hair, but both of them, you humans have a weird hair thing. I don't understand it because I don't have a single hair on my body, not one follicle. So, it's weird to me. Naltron asked, was your support for Trump part of your plan to destroy the Earth? No, that's all you people. I had nothing to do with that guy. I met him at a party once in the 80s, and he was a weird guy. He was going on and on about real estate and girls and how he was the best at things. And when you say that to an omnipotent God, it kind of loses something. So, frankly, I found the guy to be had a little bit of an ego problem. You can't be telling me that you're a great person and you're rich and successful and all of that when I am the ruler of my own planet, is what I'm saying. And I've destroyed billions of worlds that I haven't counted, but it's probably, let me think, 3,274,012 worlds to be exact, and he has yet to destroy one. Now, Stephen Clappinson thinks Skeletor and I should team up. I think that would be a great idea, but once again, you don't want to mess with lawyers, and I hear that guy is lawyered out the wazoo. Anytime you try and do anything with him, you get a lawsuit sent to your door. So it's just not a good idea. I like to work with a guy. I mean, he seems like a professional. He seems like he's been around for a while, and he knows what he's doing in terms of being evil. He also has a planet that he's at least trying to rule called Eternia. I don't know if he does it, but I do like his castle. It's like a big snake. That's pretty cool. And he has the skeleton look down, which is pretty awesome, I have to say. I do like the muscular skeleton look. It's intimidating in two different ways, because you got the death thing and you got the muscles thing. I agree, the Skeletor people have no sense of humor whatsoever. They're real jerks. Mumra, I have not yet to meet the guy. Every time I've tried to meet the guy, he hides in this coffin thing, and, he comes out sometimes and he's all kind of anime looking, and that's kind of funky. So, he's got his own thing going with the wrappings and stuff. The thing that's weird about him is not him. He has this team of people that's going against him, right? And one of them, he just says snarf all the time. Now, what's that about? He can talk normally, like he could carry on a full conversation, but he just interjects the word snarf at random. It's not even like the Smurfs that replace a word, smurf for another word. He just snarfs for some reason all the time. I try and stay away from the weird anime-looking people in general, and all of them are kind of looking like that. I know they're not, but they're kind of on that edge of being anime, and it's weird to me. It's kind of like uh, it's a cultural thing. I don't get their whole, and not the Japanese. The Japanese I get. I don't get their whole the anime people's culture because they got those big eyes. They're great big eyes, and they think that's like expressive or something. And Attack thinks Snarf is a brand of kid cereal, and it's a commercial embedded into the show. Now that I had not thought of. They could have a promotion deal. I would not slight them for that. That's very evil, and I would prove of that if it's true. But to be honest, it didn't seem like that to me. It just seemed like he was a weirdo. So, what were we talking about before I got off on a tangent about Mum-Ra? Yeah, the anime people with their weird big eyes. They also do this like quick change of emotion thing where they go ha ha ha, and that's very weird too. I mean, that's less the Thundercats kind of people and more the Speed Racery people. Don't get me started about them, but the Speed Racery kind of weird anime guys that barely move. I mean, that's another thing. They barely move. I mean, that's got to be creepy, right? Somebody that barely moves, and when he does, it's kind of like a cheap animation that doesn't really fit what he's saying. It's weird, is what I'm saying. I don't hang around with those guys at all, ever. But that said, I would be willing to kill them. Because I'm willing to kill pretty much everybody. I can't think of anybody I wouldn't kill. Let's see. Who would I not kill? I would not kill William Shatner. I respect him as an actor. That is who I would not kill. He did a cop show in the 80s called T.J. Hooker that if you have never seen this show, you are missing some quality television. He was a good cop, Hooker. Hooker was a good cop. And because of that, I respect William Shatner. He also made this movie called Incubus. It was all in some weird language that nobody speaks. Nobody speaks the language. And he made this movie in weird language that he didn't speak either. Which, that's cool and all. I didn't really get that, but I do, again, respect him as an actor, so I would not kill him. I did like Shatner's rendition of Mr. Tambourine Man. Now, there's a person, Shock, who sent me a bunch of emojis, and I gotta admit, I don't really understand emojis, so it looks like 4 ladies doing something. Wearing purple, which I do like purple, so thank you for the 4 purple ladies. Or are they elves? Maybe those are elf ears. I don't know. It's a weird emoji thing. And I never got those. Never really got into texting. What would you like in your Secret Santa this year? Well, it's a secret. That's the whole point, isn't it? You don't tell the person what you want. Oh, do I like Shatner's rendition of Mr. Tambourine Man? I don't know if I answered that. I do, because it hurts people's ears. Any music that hurts people's ears, I greatly enjoy. Who Let the Dogs Out? Wonderful song. Anything by Celine Dion? Just wonderful, excellent stuff. The entire repertoire of Justin Bieber is quite something else. I play it a lot at very high volume for prisoners. When you destroy a planet, Tuckin says, what music do you play to enhance the experience? I am glad you asked that. I am a great fan of the music of Zorban Flax Gendelbar, and he's a composer from Taos 85. You may have heard of him before. He's got a lot of albums out. Now, you gotta listen to the later stuff. The early stuff is not very good. The early stuff, when he was playing with the Fingals, The Fingles is just, I mean, the electric Fingal is great, but the regular Fingal, it just doesn't sound very good, and it made the three voices that he used, it didn't work with them. But the later albums, he employs, and again, this is not many people know this, but he brought in this new producer, and the new producer gave him a Zimbalot, and the Zimbalot, oh my gosh, you have never heard anybody play a Zimbalot like that in your life. So you gotta hear it. So anyway, I play that, and I also play a whole lot. Believe it or not, you probably wouldn't expect this of me, but I do play a whole lot of the Nitty Gritty Grape Dirt Band. They're an Earth band from the 1970s, and I do enjoy their folksy, poppy sound. Yes. Manfred Mann's dirt band. Any kind of dirt band, really. A band with dirt in their name has an instant attraction to me. Or Mud, Puddle of Mud, I like them. Yes, they're very good. And Mud Honey, I think, is band. I think I've heard their songs before because they had the word mud in them. But maybe not, I don't remember. Cradle of Filth. Cradle of Filth, that's an excellent one. Filth, yes. I do like Filth. They're good songs, I suppose, too. I don't really listen to music that much, to be honest. I mostly just have it on as a background. Oh, I did meet Elvis once. He stopped by here about 1987, and he sang a few tunes. And say what you like about that guy, he might be an alien that enjoys going to other planets and singing a whole bunch of songs and making them think that he's one of them, and then being really successful for decades, and getting really fat and doing a lot of drugs, and then faking his own death and flying away, but that man can sing. Steve Clapperson says, he thought you were a jazz radio man. Well, I do a little bit of scatting. What about the Primus song, My Name is Mud? That's Taggin Taggin. Yes, that's a good song too. It has mud in it. Any mud or filth or dirt or soil, really. I suppose soil's less, unless it's about soiling yourself. I wouldn't mind a song about that. I can relate to those songs because they're about people in pain, and I've caused a lot of pain. So I enjoy songs about that. You can use any clip you want for your ringtone as far as I'm concerned. You will only have maybe days or minutes or seconds to use it, depending on when I decide to invade your world. Is it better to have loved and lost, or to never have loved at all? It is better to never love anything ever, because love is the opposite of evil and hate, and I am all about evil and hate, so don't love anything. It is better to have never loved. There was this girl in high school that, I won't get into Mary Jo because it brings up a lot of bad memories. I'm okay. Anyway, don't love. Never, ever open your heart to anyone. Never do it. Never let them in. Mary Jo. If you and Batman had a fight, who would win? Asked Steve. I would win. I have won many times against Batman. The worst that he can do is make me tired, because I am immortal after all. The best he can do is make me tired or force me into a boom tube. But I've had the opportunity to kill him many times. Believe me, I just haven't really felt like it at the time. Because I respect him too much as a superhero to kill him. Thank you, Sean Henry. Good to see you too. I'm sorry to see you leave. I will be leaving myself in about 10 minutes. So you have about 10 minutes to get more questions in. I have to make preparations not to destroy your world. There are a few others in the queue that I have to get to first. So I have to get away to do that. But if you have any more questions in the next 10 minutes or so, please ask them, and ask them now. No questions, eh? Maybe you know all you need to know, because All you need to know is that you're all going to die. At my hand. Or maybe at my eye beams. Who do you like in the McGregor-Mayweather fight? I like any fight that if they're going to fight, I don't know who they are, but if they're going to fight, I fully endorse that. I hope one of them kills the other, and then someone kills him for killing the other, and then those revenge killings go on until it takes the entire population of whatever world he's on with him. What world are these McGregor and Mayweather from? Are they from which galaxy, first of all? You know, it's a big universe out there. I did know a McGregor who had a farm once, and he was very mean to a rep. No, wait a minute. That was a story that my mother read me. I guess I don't know any McGregors. Now, Mayweather, no, I don't, I'm just thinking of the month and weather in it. Earth, they're from Earth. McGregor did come from a galaxy far, far away. Well, then, he must be from Earth 12, which is in a galaxy far, far away. People in Earth 12 do like to fight. They were bred for it. So I would favor McGregor if he comes from Earth 12. Most of the alternate Earths were destroyed when there was a crisis thing that happened, but Earth 12 was saved for that. It was brought into our universe, but put in a distant galaxy. So that's what I assume you're talking about. And if you're not talking about that, too bad, because that's what I'm talking about. So, I would ask you how you would like to die, but I don't care, because I will kill you however I like. Stephen, if the only way, Stephen, to get your own eye beams is to have many, many months of complicated and painful surgery, followed by many years of practice at a monastery, or you could just be a god like me. How do you get to Earth 12? Do you have a boom tube, Tacken? If you have a boom tube, you can get to Earth 12 by stepping into the boom tube on one side of where you are and stepping out of the boom tube onto Earth 12, which is most of the time that's how I travel when I travel. If you need GPS coordinates or something like that, I'd Google it, is what I'd do. That's generally what I do when I can't find a planet. You gotta use Universe Google, though, not Earth Google. You have a tube but no boom. I think that's a problem that you have to see one of those penis doctors about. If I'm getting your metaphor correctly, which is that it's a penis metaphor, because I do understand such things. I'm not smooth down there like an action figure. Maybe I am sometimes, but I can change that when I want to. I just don't want to right now. Yes. Anyway, you will all die at my hands. Not literally my hands. Some of you will die literally at my hands, but all of you will die, let's say, at my will. Yes, I will all of you to die, and then you will die. I'm glad you think this is better than anything on TV. I think your television is a farce, and I will enjoy killing all of the personalities that I see upon it. I think I should start with that guy that's on in the mornings, Mr. Joe Scarborough. I think he would scream in pain very nicely. I'd enjoy watching him scream. And then I think I would move on to possibly Anderson Cooper or Rachel Ray. I think I would enjoy having her. Now, let's see, is a hot dog a sandwich? It's between two pieces of bread, is it not? I would call it a sandwich, Jason. And Noltron asks if I ever met female Darkseid on Earth 11. No, I have not met female Darkseid, but is she single? Because I'm single. And is she cute? Because no fatties is what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm not sexist. I'm just, I just don't want the I just don't want the extra heft there. She's pretty hot. Well then, yeah. Give her my number. And maybe we'll get together and destroy a few planets, have a little fun. So is Superwoman? I would never. There's a Superwoman. I knew there was a Supergirl. I knew there was a Superman and a Superboy. too many supers around here. There's even a super dog, you know that? And there's a bat dog too. Now, how does that work? It's two different animals. I guess Batman is two different animals too. But bat dog is a lot weirder. You got to admit. Like, there's nothing really that batty about Batman other than the ears, and so I don't really get that whole thing either. Do you use an Android or Apple phone? I do not use a phone because I can project my mind into anyone else's and just talk to them that way. And that doesn't require a phone, just mental telepathy, which I'm very good at. I do not wish for a Darkseid dog. I wouldn't mind one as a snack, but honestly, the last time I ate a dog, it came back up on me, and it was just, they had to clean it all up on the floor. It doesn't go. There's too much hair on dogs and cats, and they just don't. Humans are much easier to eat because there's much less hair, but, you don't taste very good. They're all covered in chemicals and hair products and body wash and things, and you have to scrub you down first, so. Anyway, I don't require food for sustenance. I'm immortal, so it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is I don't need a dog. But if I had a dog, I would not give it a stupid name like Crypto or Ace. I'll tell you that. It would have a good name like Roger or Max or Ted. Ted would be a good dog name, don't you think? Ted the dog. Yes. This is my dog, Ted. Yes. If I had a dog, I would definitely name him Ted. Ted and Darkseid. Darkseid and Ted. Friends forever. That would be I would have a friend that way. That would be novel. I haven't had a friend before. Do you have any job opening for a young aspiring minion? Yes, just leave your application with Granny Goodness, and she will process it, and we will see what we can do for you, Tekken. I agree. Ted is a fine name. It is a fine name for a fine imaginary dog, which I shall make real with my mind powers when this is over. I haven't decided what breed of dog, but I think probably not one of those little frou-frou dogs, I'll tell you, or one of those little yuppie dogs. It's got to be a dog that shows strength. I mean, it's going to be at my side, so, some kind of hellhound is what I'm thinking. Maybe with more than one head, or, did you ever see Star Trek 3? You know that dog in Star Trek 3, the Klingon dog? That was pretty good. I like that dog. Well, it's gonna be about that time. Got about two. Not a terrier, Stephen. Please get your mind out of the gutter. Oh, some of you Earth people are very strange. Anyway, we're getting into our last couple of minutes here. I want to give a shout out to a few people. First of all, shout out to my girl Wonder Woman. She's in a cell right now, down in the lower levels, preparing to be forcibly married to me. And I think I'll be enjoying that a little bit later. I want to give a shout out to Granny Goodness for handling all the shipping and whatnot while I'm doing this. And I'd like to give a thank you to you, my viewers, who sat with me while I did this Ask Me Anything. And I think it went okay. It wasn't the best time I've ever had or anything. It wasn't as good as, fighting Superman or conquering a world or anything, but it was fun. It was fun. So I'd like to thank you all for tuning in, and I will be invading you and destroying your planet and killing you all very soon. And I hope you've enjoyed the show. Thank you, and goodbye.